Have you had chitlins?
I knew that's what you're going to say.
Have you had chitlins?
No. I'm trying not to be judgy. Do you think that some people kind of skip over Thanksgiving with Christmas right around the corner?
It's important, and I think that you get many more blessings when you're grateful. I'm Maury Goins.
And I'm Dina Blair.
We're single moms
living life for the first time, just like our kids.
Real talk from the carpool to the crib.
A podcast about single motherhood,
Black womanhood,
and everything in between.
And maybe we can make your way in the pickup line a little more bearable. Welcome to the pickup line. I'm Maury Goins, and I'm with Dina Blair, and we are carpool moms keeping it real. And today we'd like to talk to you guys about the lost holiday.
Mm-hmm.
What is the lost holiday?
Well, I feel like lots of holidays get lost, but for sure, Thanksgiving is the lost holiday. We kind of just skip over it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Everybody's decorating for Christmas. So we went straight from Halloween to Christmas. And when I grew up, we didn't do that till after Thanksgiving. Like, we didn't turn the Christmas lights on till after Thanksgiving. The tree may have been up, I guess, after Thanksgiving, or maybe Thanksgiving night, where you could all do it together. How did you do it when you grew up?
So my daughters have a rule at our house, that they do not want me to put any Christmas decorations up until December. So they love Thanksgiving. And I like to celebrate Thanksgiving in the sense of how it represents an opportunity to be grateful.
Yes.
Right. So but at our house, it's like, I would put Christmas lights up right away, but they want to wait until December. So that's what I do.
I feel like we're missing something, because we're missing the gratefulness. Like, we're missing gratitude. We're missing ways to be thankful. And I think it's extremely important, especially in this climate that we live in today, that we get back to basics and just common gratitude, like things that we're thankful for, things that we appreciate, things that we, instead of a materialistic holiday coming up, we need to be grounded and get back to where we used to be, like appreciating one another.
Do you think that some people kind of skip over Thanksgiving because of the history behind Thanksgiving?
Wow.
I know that's loaded, but I mean...
Yeah, that's loaded.
But I kind of, that might be some of it. I don't know. Maybe.
I think it is, but I think that, to be perfectly honest, I don't think that anything can transpire really good in your life without gratitude.
Agree.
I don't think that it's proper to teach kids to be ungrateful, to be unkind, to not appreciate the things that you're getting. So I think Thanksgiving leads up to being grateful for all those Christmas gifts that you're going to have under the tree, being grateful for your mom and dad and the clothes you have on and the food that's on the table. And I think that we as people, parents, we need to teach our kids gratitude a little more, right? Just the common courtesy of please and thank you.
Yeah, that's what I love about, I'm seeing so many people now post, as soon as November starts, they're talking about this being a month of gratitude, a month of gratefulness. And I love that approach, to make Thanksgiving an opportunity to be thankful, let that be the focus of the actual holiday, and not the food, and not the history behind it, but really it's an opportunity for people to pause. And to your point, with the holiday, with Christmas right around the corner, let's take a moment and think of things that we're grateful for, and hopefully put people in a mindset that's a bit more kind.
Right. I mean, to me, I think let's talk about some ways that we could show gratitude, like a thank you card, writing notes about 5 things you're grateful for every day.
So when your kids were growing up, because I know you're big on gratitude just like I am, but when your kids were growing up, what are some things that you would have them do to teach them gratitude when they were little?
I don't think I did, I didn't make them write in gratitude journals. I didn't make them do other things other than basic manners 101. And that was, if something was given to you, or if someone did something nice for you, or if somebody went out of their way for you, there's always a thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Dina. Thank you so much for that candy. Like, if they went trick-or-treating, I would tell them, once they say trick-or-treat, say thank you.
Right.
Thank you for the candy. I mean, that was always something that we were big on. Like, I can remember times when the girls would do something, or I would just say, did you say thank you, God?
Oh yeah.
Did you say thank you, God? Did you give God a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Like, right? Like, I need to tell Gracie that today because something really good happened to her today. And I need to let her know, you know what? You need to thank God
first. Yeah.
Because it's important. And I think that you get many more blessings when you're grateful.
So my pastor's wife taught me years ago when the girls were little, and I'm big on snacks. Like when my purse would be full of like all the snacks,
healthy snacks,
all the snacks.
all
Oh
the
yeah,
healthy
all
snacks.
the healthy snacks.
Okay, yeah, the healthy snacks.
And she is my oldest, and I was giving her, I think, maybe some yogurt or something, and she was like, teach her to say a little prayer of gratitude before she has even a snack. Even the smallest things we need to be grateful for, especially here in this country. Even though things are a little crazy right now, we still have so many things to be grateful for.
Yeah.
So even the littlest thing, it's like, thank you, because it could have gone a whole different direction.
We were having a fish fry at Mariah's house maybe a couple weeks ago, and one of her besties was like, hey, are we gonna say grace? And I'm like, go Raven. Like, right, go Raven. Like, she's like, come on now.
It's
Don't
so
forget.
refreshing when you meet somebody like that too, right?
Yes.
We were at a soccer tournament a few months ago actually, and we all the parents and the kids, we all got together and we went out for dinner just so the players could start to bond and stuff because it's a new team. And one of the moms was like, are we not going to pray? Are we not going to say, thank you? And I was like, okay, we're going to be friends. Like,
we are. And research shows that if you practice gratitude every day, you're healthier, you're less stressful, you look younger, and blessings come to you. It's just like the universe attracts good things when you appreciate things. Yeah. It's like, I can remember, like, I would sit around and I'm like, one time I got a car and I was like, oh my God, thank you for my car. I love my car. Thank you for my car. Like, I know it sounds stupid, but even little things, like, I would be thanking God if the Uber got there on time.
Yeah.
I'm thanking God for all these different things. And not everybody's going to do that. But I think at this point in time of the year, when people don't have food, people don't have clothing, people don't have anything. I would always, my mindset has always been this: I'm going to give myself out of this debt. I'm going to give myself out of this sorrow. I'm going to give myself out of this depression. Right. If I'm sad or I'm having a bad day, if it's a kid that can't get lunch, I'm going to give that $20 for that kid to eat lunch. I'm going to give my way out of my funk all the time. And it could be a situation where, I know that at our church, we used to have this thing that when people go to Starbucks, you pay for the car behind you.
Sure.
And then you're like, what? I got a free coffee. It's like, yeah. And so you hope that keeps giving, right? You hope that keeps going on. And it's like, wow, even though it's a cup of coffee, I'm really grateful for that cup of coffee, right? I'm really happy that somebody gave me that. And I think that we need to not forget about Thanksgiving, because it's important to, for one, just sit around with your whole family. Like, I know some people have formal Thanksgivings. We really don't.
Yeah, we don't either.
We don't. I mean, I'm like, just get your plate. Like, and I've got a dining room table. We've never eaten at. And so we just fix our own plate, and now, mind you, my family throws down.
I know.
Like, they throw down. Like so many people have asked me for that fish recipe, and my sisters are like, family secret. And I'm like, really? They're like, we are not giving that secret away. So Thanksgiving, don't ask me for a
Somebody
recipe.
would be grateful if you would share that recipe, though. I'm just saying, pay it forward.
But I didn't try it. My sisters are like, no. I get it. The picture was great, but no, we're not doing that. So Thanksgiving, don't ask me, y'all. Do not ask me.
I think when things are so tight for people right now, that the thing that you mentioned, as far as like, if you're in the Starbucks line, being able to buy the coffee for the person that's behind you, like little things like that go such a long way. I think it's a level of kindness that just makes people feel really, really good. And not just the person that you're buying the coffee for, but you actually doing it. And so I had to learn for myself, because, as a single mom, and moms who aren't single probably do this too, but I'm constantly driving my girls everywhere.
Girl.
I'm driving
I just had this discussion with Mariah. I was like, I feel like if I got to be in the car all day and it's like my house, I want the car I want.
Yeah.
Because at least make it comfortable, because you are in the car You
all
got
the
up
time.
this morning at 4 a.m.
I did. So, but I'm in the car from like 5 a.m. to, whatever, 9:30 tonight or whatever. Not straight, obviously, but just driving people around. And I remember I was driving my oldest to a birthday party that was like 40 minutes away from our house. Mm-hmm. And I caught myself being like, oh, I'm so tired of driving. And then it struck me, I'm grateful that I am able to take her where she needs to go. Because if I couldn't, it would be a way worse situation. And I've been there, right? Where it's like, okay, how am I going to figure this out? How am I going to get them where they need to go? And it's tough. So I paused and I was like, nope, I am so grateful that I'm able to take her, to this game or to this party. I'm happy I'm able and grateful I'm able to drive an hour and a half to Columbus, Georgia for a soccer tournament, like being grateful for all those moments.
And my train of thought on that is, in all things, give God the glory. In all things, give God the glory. Like, I get up and I'm so grateful for God giving my children the careers they have. I'm so grateful for God making sure that the kids are healthy. I'm so grateful for God for, my dog. Like, it's little things like that. And I think that when you practice gratitude on the smaller things, God blesses you with the bigger things.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like, I don't even know, how things happen. And then I'll be looking at it, I'm like, wow, it's just like, it's like giving away your faith and giving away your blessings and knowing that God's going to bring them back to you. And I think that not only can you sit down and watch TV on Thanksgiving, you get under the covers, you enjoy your family, you laugh, you talk, you play cards. We skate in the kitchen. I've always said that we skate and roller skate in the kitchen and do our little line dance in the kitchen. But it's a time to come together just to be thankful that your mom's still here. Some families are going to have Thanksgiving and they're missing a loved one. Like one of my childhood friends I grew up with, her grandma passed, and that's right before Thanksgiving. And I think if you practice the gratitude, it would help deflate the depression.
Yeah. And I also, on the other flip side of that is like, I remember just same thing, driving in the car and thinking that I'm grateful, and I am grateful. I'm also not satisfied. So I think that we don't need to confuse like gratefulness with being complacent. Like, oh, I'm grateful, so all the things just fall, for me. Like, that's not, I think we still need to be, for me at least, I'm
grateful, but I want some more.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm grateful,
exactly.
but I'm grateful, but I'm not going to sit around and wait, like, right? I'm still going to, get up and do what I need to do.
No, yeah. You can't wait. You gotta take it to the next level. That's why when I say I give myself out of whatever kind of funk I'm in.
Yes.
Because I know that, God has good things for everybody. Yeah. I know that there's some families that don't have a turkey. So if we know of one, let's get them a turkey.
Right.
Right. If they don't want a whole turkey, get them a turkey leg, right? Or a turkey wing, because I can't make a turkey.
The turkey legs they sell it. That they have at the amusement park.
Oh my! I'll always eat those. I don't even care. I always eat those. I promise you, I'm grateful for that turkey leg. Right. That smoked turkey leg with some mustard. Yes, it is all that. It is all that. So, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? You eat so healthy. Do you even eat it?
I do. I think. I like the turkey. My ex made a really jerk turkey. Oh my God,
my sister
turkey
thought it was
is
chicken.
really good.
Remember she kept saying this chicken is so good.
Yeah, I like that. And then I actually like I like pumpkin pie and sweet potato pie, like the inside of it.
Oh, Jean, did you hear that? Dina likes sweet potato pie. My mother makes sweet potato pie every year. Like, she just like brags about her sweet potato pie.
I didn't grow up eating sweet potato pie. So I went to high school with a friend, obviously, and her family made sweet potato pie. So I don't think I had sweet potato pie until I was probably like maybe a freshman or sophomore in high school. So because I grew up with pumpkin pie and pecan pie, so I never had sweet potato pie. So
when I generally cook the dinner?
No, I don't cook. I've never made a turkey in my whole life.
Yeah, I make turkey legs.
No, I've never made a turkey in my whole life.
We a couple years ago, Mariah has a good friend. Her parents were in Brazil. My one of my really good friends, her mom, she had just lost her dad. Her mom has dementia. Her mom wasn't doing well. She didn't have anywhere to go. Then Gracie had a couple friends whose parents were out of town or traveling, or one was a doctor, so she was on call working or something. So we had our first annual Gals Giving. That is the first time I cooked a whole Thanksgiving meal by myself. Now, mind you, there was no turkey, and I believe Mariah made the macaroni and cheese. She's like now the queen of macaroni in our family. Gracie will make a dessert, but like the basics I had to make. I was kind of nervous, and I was just kind of like, oh God, oh God. Like, right, I didn't go to my sister's house that day because, again, I was extending the olive branch to all the people that didn't have a place to go. Mm-hmm. It was one of the best Thanksgivings ever. Like, we had so much fun, and it was just all the gals. Like, we just did what we did and enjoyed the fellowship and the friendship, and it turned out really, really good. And so I'm grateful that I have a place, a beautiful home where I can welcome anybody that wants to come for Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. If somebody doesn't have a place to go, or their mom's not here, or they need a fill in, they're welcome to come to my house or my sister's house because she's going to cook. And I'm just thankful that they even want to come.
Yeah, we make the most of it. Like, you make the most of whatever your holiday is going to be. There was one year where the girls were at Thanksgiving with their dad, and I had invitations for Thanksgiving to go to like different friends' house, and I was like, I stayed home. Like, I was so happy.
Good for you.
I was just like, I was home by myself. I made some salmon, and I don't know what my sides were, and I like poured a glass of wine and watched movies.
And that's a mom moment.
That was a great Thanksgiving for me. That's all I needed. Everybody's like, don't you want to come over? And I was like,
that's like Mother's Day. Well, remember me, you, and Tina? We did that on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
We had the kids, but we left.
We put them together.
Yes, we put them all together. I think we had Maria or something. And we went and had mimosas all day. So if that's how you want to spend your Thanksgiving and you're a mom, do it.
Yeah, that was one of the best Thanksgivings.
You were thankful for the peace.
I was.
Yes.
I was.
I love that. I've never had a Thanksgiving alone.
Well, you're very social. Mm-hmm. You know,
I don't want a Thanksgiving alone.
No, I can be by myself and be like, I'm so
good. And I know this is selfish, but I tell my kids, as long as like Mariah will stop by because she'll have to go to her boyfriend's family for Thanksgiving, and I understand that, I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with missing Christmas.
Oh, I agree with that. I think once my girls are older and they're out, like they're in college, and I will probably feel the same way as you. I probably will be like, I want everybody to come back so we can do the holidays together, and definitely Christmas. I see we're doing it too. We're skipping over Thanksgiving. We're making Christmas more important than Thanksgiving. We're doing it right now.
No, we're not, because we're going back to my sister's potato salad. Like, I'm going back to Auntie Pep's potato salad. I eat the same thing every year for Thanksgiving.
Is that your favorite dish? And is potato salad.
I eat my sister's potato salad. My other sister or myself make green beans.
Oh yeah, your green beans are good.
And I do like those. And a turkey leg. And I don't need nothing else. And a deviled egg. But that's same as the potato salad almost, right? And a deviled egg. That's my favorite for Thanksgiving. And Gracie is like, I want Thanksgiving at my house because I want the leftovers. She wants the leftovers. When we grew up and we had Thanksgiving, my mom would make turkey hash, turkey sandwiches, turkey, you name it. We had turkey for years.
Turkey soup.
Turkey soup. Turkey soup. We had everything for Thanksgiving. And my mom would invite all my stepbrothers and sisters to our house. And of course, we ended up playing cards the end of the night. Everybody's dancing, having wine, drinking, and driving home safely. And now we can Uber. And we just got together and did all those things. So I think that as your kids are younger, maybe do some exercises to practice gratitude.
Yeah. One thing that we started doing when I was married, his family would do this. And I think this is actually pretty cool. And it did put everybody on the spot, but it's great because it's from the kids. Like, the little kids could actually talk all the way up to the oldest person in the room. And we would go around the room and say what we were grateful for.
That's what we do when we pray.
Yeah. And I was like, and I'm sure a lot of families do that, but it's an idea if you don't do that. It's pretty cool because I think it plants that seed, you know, and it makes Thanksgiving about gratitude.
Yes. My sister we'd all hold hands, and it's like, what are you thankful for? I'm thankful that, you know, because my kids are so spread apart in age, you know, I'm thankful that Dee is at home. I'm thankful that they're here. I'm thankful that my kids have good relationships. I'm thankful that, you know, Gracie's like playing well. Like, it's so many things. And maybe, you know, people just write a list. Like I said, like write down up until Thanksgiving 5 things you're thankful for every day.
Mm-hmm.
And watch your life change tremendously, because it's just the gift of giving. Even if it's giving advice, even if it's giving peace of mind, even if it's giving that turkey we talked about,
Mm-hmm.
just being grateful that you're in a position to give it.
And this time of year, there's so many opportunities to volunteer.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially like with my daughter's soccer team, they're doing a drive for blankets and canned goods because, so many people are without this season. So I think that's a great way to teach kids gratitude without saying, be grateful,
Yeah.
what are you grateful for? But just going out and seeing
and showing them
and seeing what's happening,
Yes.
that there things that other people are experiencing that they're not experiencing. That's just a lesson in itself.
Yep. I just, again, you just give your way out of whatever situation you're in. And if you're able, I think for me is you're blessed to be a blessing. You're blessed to be a blessing. If God has blessed you, then you be able to bless somebody else. And don't forget about this holiday. Don't forget about this special time to be with your family and your friends and just sit around and eat and don't do nothing. It's like the one day of the year you can eat till you fall out. Like, right? It's Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving. Eat everything you don't eat. Like, right? I mean, we have okra and mac and cheese and spinach and salads. And actually, it's just like you have so much food, you just making food to make food. Because nobody's going to eat all that food. Nobody. But in this, like, kind of rough political climate, right? I'm going to be the bearer of bad news. We have a really, really dear friend of ours that would spend every Thanksgiving with us because she didn't want to be with some of her mom's friends and talk politics.
Yeah.
And with this climate right now and the way everything's going, I kind of don't want to sit at the table and talk about politics. I don't want to sit at the table and a subject come up about politics that I know that is going to piss me off for the rest of the day for Thanksgiving. Or I'm going to be like, you shouldn't eat here because we don't, that's not how I operate.
Yeah.
Right. And it could be like when you go to your aunt's house, if she has a friend come over and the politics come up.
Their friend doesn't have to come over. My family we all have very different political views. But I find it fascinating. Like, I love listening to other people's perspective when it comes to all things, but especially politics. And just, I think it's important to get information across the board, from different sides of the aisle or whatever. But I'm always like, okay, explain to me, like, about that. Like, how do you think that, and how do you see this as a beneficial, or so
see, I'm not doing that.
I'm just like, I'm fascinated.
You're not explaining that shit to me.
I'm fascinated.
Like, I'm not doing that. Like, yeah. I don't want you to explain that.
Yeah, we don't have to have anybody to come over in my family, because we have people in the family that are, and so my mom will completely avoid it. Like, she won't bring it up at all. Like, she's not going to try and get in. She's like you, like, she doesn't want to get in it at all. But I'm so curious as to, how people can be so married to a party.
Married.
To a party.
Married.
Rather than looking at the person.
And that's why it's like, first of all, don't talk about that around me when Americans can't even buy a turkey. Like, I don't want to hear that. When we can't even buy a turkey. Not only we can't buy a turkey, but then your ass don't want to give somebody a turkey. Like, come on now. Like, when you have billions and millions.
I heard on the radio now that the benefits are back in effect, you have to reapply. So,
what?
So people who haven't been getting, SNAP benefits, even though the benefits are happening, you have to reapply in order to get them. So people who've been going, and this is just from my understanding as far as like how this kind of flows.
So basically for Thanksgiving, they really aren't getting benefits.
So people who haven't been getting benefits all this time have to reapply to get them. It's not going to be automatic where they just get them back.
So again, then there's no Thanksgiving dinner.
I mean, I don't know that.
So that would be a topic that could never come up in our house, because that would just piss me off.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand where the Christian aspect comes in to cutting off people's food.
It's not.
I don't understand where that's even a factor in feeding people. I mean, so it's kind of a catch-22 because I have a lot of friends that are on both sides, and we just don't talk about that elephant in the room. But I guess we need to talk about that when these people can't eat, right? So would you leave me without a meal? Like, right? That's a question that we could ask people. Would you leave me without a meal? Like, if I'm your best friend and we're all sitting down at the Thanksgiving table together and this is who you voted for, then you are leaving somebody without a meal.
But nobody really thinks of how it's going to affect, they don't think it's going to affect them directly. Mm-hmm. But what we've seen is a lot of people that thought they weren't going to be affected directly are being affected. Mm-hmm. So nobody ever thinks that it can happen to them. And
if you're at dinner and something like this comes up, there are ways to diffuse the conversation. Like, I probably would have to just walk away, or I'd probably be ready to go. Or if it's my sister's house, I'm not going to leave. That other person is probably going to leave. But there has to be ways, because, in holidays, your family, you get, there's always that person that starts some shit at the holiday. Mm-hmm. Like, there's always that person that does a little extra, says a little more, says something somebody you don't like. And there could be drama at the Thanksgiving table. And I think there should be ways to avoid that. Like, walk out of the room, or do you leave?
Or just say it. Just say, like, this conversation is getting out of hand. We just got to agree to disagree. Sure. And that has to be it. And some people like drama and they're going to keep it going. Mm-hmm. Hopefully that's not what happens. But there are families that thrive on it. They like drama. And so it's going to keep going. And then it'll just, I've seen this, it'll just like come to a head, and then if somebody leaves and everybody's mad.
That's happened in my family.
And then the next day everybody comes back for the day after Thanksgiving. That's happened in my family,
and a lot of times I'm the one that's like, okay, stop, everybody, calm down, like, right? Yeah, that's happened in my house before too.
It just, that's what happens. It's normal.
And then it happens, and after it's over, it's like, okay, dessert.
Right.
Then you get to go. You go get that pie. I don't even think I really eat dessert. No, my grandmother used to make a cheesecake, and she used to make a cheesecake, and I have the recipe. I haven't made it in years. Maybe I'll make that this year. And that was one of my favorite desserts for Thanksgiving. And I don't know, have you ever been to Alpine? You've been to Alpine Bakery?
Yeah, that's where we first met. Well, we first had dinner there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the best cakes ever. I will get a cake from Alpine Bakery, like a red velvet cake or something. And Gracie loves their cheesecake slices. I will do that. Because I guess that's one of my favorite desserts is cheesecake.
I didn't like cheesecake until I was pregnant with my first baby. I didn't like cheesecake, and I didn't like chocolate.
Well, I'm not a chocolate fan. I mean, my kids, Gracie would be like, "Yes, you do," but I'm not a chocolate fan. Like, how some people are like, "Oh, I just need a piece of chocolate." No, I need a glass of wine.
I eat chocolate if it's with peanut butter.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we can't do peanut butter because Gracie, right? She's allergic. Mm-hmm. So no peanut butter at our Thanksgiving table, nothing. Like, and my neighbor always makes Buckeyes. Gracie can't have them.
Has there ever been a time where you tried to make something and it just was horrible? Like, I've tried to make my grandfather's recipe for gnocchi, which is an Italian dish, and my mom makes it. It's so good. And I've tried to make it, and I can't. It's like too much flour, falling apart.
One year for Christmas, I was like, okay, I'm going to make you guys pancakes. My kids love Waffle House. Like, they love Waffle House. Hands down. D can come home and they can order Waffle House.
I'm on no comment.
Every single day. Every single day. Come on now. He ordered a T-bone. This last time he ordered a T-bone. I get the chicken breast. But I was like, okay, we don't have to, no, we're not going to do breakfast like that. I'm going to make pancakes. They were so raw on the inside. Oh. They were terrible.
Were they pretty on the outside, though?
I thought. But and I was like, I had all like these shapes. I was going to make them in shapes or whatever. It was so bad. And it was Aunt your mama. It was so bad. It was so bad. I was just like, and they didn't want to really say nothing. They were kind of like,
oh, that's sweet.
Oh, Mom. Like,
Was it runny?
It was horrible.
Or just raw-ish?
It was just like, you cut it and it was still kind of like some liquid.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But you know when it bubbles on the top, that's when you flip it.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
I love breakfast.
It didn't happen for me. It didn't happen. Breakfast is my favorite too, but it didn't happen for me. It didn't happen for me. No. Mm-mm. So I would always make breakfast in the morning for, I gotta say this. Hello world. I make the best collard greens. My friend Alfie gave me a recipe. I mixed Julie's and Alfie's recipe together. I make some mean collard greens.
I do not know how to make collard greens.
Oh my God, with a smoked turkey. Oh, yeah. Smoked turkey leg. Mm-hmm. I can make some good collard greens. Like last year, I made collard greens, and my mother was like, "You didn't save me none." They ate the whole pot. You know, that's very rare.
That's awesome.
But I don't think I made enough because I don't really know how to measure it out. But when I tell you my collard greens with some hot sauce and cornbread will make you slap your mama. Like, it will make you slap your mama.
Did you ever give that to your kids growing up? Because I heard of like some moms, they'll take the collard greens and like the juice from the collard greens, and they'll mash up some cornbread and like kind of give it to the baby, like baby food. Have you heard of that before?
All my kids was eating real food. Like
yeah, well, my kids ate real food too, yeah, but I never made collard greens. I can cook, but I just never made collard greens.
Oh, I can make a collard green. I can pick them greens, make them greens. But here's the did you ever eat? I know you didn't eat this. You know what I'm gonna say, right?
Nope, I never had it.
How you know? Have you had chitlins?
I knew that's what you're gonna say.
Have you had chitlins?
No.
I grew up eating chitlins, and I remember my mother cooking them, and they would come in a red bucket. Do you not remember that red bucket? They would come in this red bucket, and my stepfather would put them in the sink, and my mother would clean the chitlins, like, right? And then it would be like hardly anything left. Uh-huh. And they would cook them in a pressure cooker, and it would be like, and then the top would blow off, and right. Then Johnny Jones was like, here we go. And he would take the chitlins out, put them in a bowl, but my mother would make them with coleslaw. And so I remember when I was little, I think I was in 5th grade, I would take the chitlins, cut them up, but I would put a mountain of coleslaw on top of them.
Right.
And so I didn't really taste I think they're like pig intestines. It's gross.
I think so.
It's gross, but it's good. We haven't had those in years. Like, come on, you got to try a chitlin before you. Like,
I don't.
You got to try a chitlin. Like, what is the worst thing you've eaten on Thanksgiving? Like, come on, what's like your?
Oh, I can tell you. So when not long after I moved down here, we hosted Thanksgiving. Well, it was probably a few years after I moved down here, actually. And we hosted Thanksgiving at my place. And one of my friends made the turkey, and she brought the turkey over. We put it in the oven. Like, she already cooked it, but we put it in the oven, and we had all the sides. Like, it was like amazing. Like, we have pictures. It was like macaroni and cheese and mashed potatoes and green beans. It was like a huge spread. Mm-hmm. And dessert, because I love baking. So I did make a cheesecake. I made cheesecake with like the Oreo crust, and I probably made a cake or something. I don't remember. But we took the turkey out. It was beautiful, right? Just like golden. And we went to slice it like your pancakes.
It was raw.
It was raw on the inside. It was completely raw on the inside.
So on Thanksgiving, because she's healthy, y'all, what is your treat?
I eat whatever I want. I don't limit myself. There are just certain things I like and certain things I don't like.
Because I'll make a beef tenderloin. Would you eat that?
Well, I don't eat beef.
Okay. My beef tenderloin is mean too.
I don't eat beef or pork. But I eat everything, I eat everything on the table that I like. I eat whatever I want. If I like it, I'll eat it,
So is there anything you don't let the kids eat?
They eat whatever they want. They eat burgers. They eat things I don't even eat. I'm like, how do you like burgers? Like, I don't even make hamburgers. But
you don't make a turkey burger?
I make turkey burgers, but not beef burgers.
Ever?
No, never. I've made, so my youngest daughter, her favorite meal will be steak and shrimp. And I don't eat either one of those things. So,
yeah, but you still have to know how to cook it.
But no, I've definitely I've made it. I've made it for her, absolutely. And she's like, "Mom, can you make a steak?" And I was like, "Sure."
Yeah.
So I made a steak. They both like shrimp. Yeah.
Because I don't eat pork chops, but my neighbor will make pork chops on the grill, and Gracie just tears them down. Like, she's like, oh my God, these are so good.
My mom likes pork chops
yeah,
too.
these are so good. These are so good. But like on Christmas, like on not Christmas, Thanksgiving morning, I usually do turkey bacon. But when I tell you my kids love some pork bacon, I remember going on a trip with my mother, and we were in Orlando, and we had 2 different rooms. And I went to go walk that morning, and I came back in the hallway, and it was nothing but that.
You
I was
could
like,
smell it.
Mama's cooking pork bacon. Like, yes, cooking pork bacon.
Mm-hmm.
So I would maybe we should maybe me and my kids should do that this Thanksgiving. Make like some pork bacon, because I only buy turkey bacon. But I need to give them
whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mother didn't make gravy with turkey bacon. My mother made gravy and stuff with pork.
Right.
Like, she made gravy, for real gravy, in the iron lodge skillet. Threw that flour in there and sizzled it up. And she didn't skimp on that. But we didn't use Crisco. We used my stepfather used lard. He did use lard. And when I got to the age, I never ate meat again. I was like, when I went to college, I was like, I'm not eating that. It would be like cow's tongues and brains. And he grew up in the South. And some of those things was on our Thanksgiving table. Like,
my neighbor,
skip that
my
bowl.
neighbor, when I was in elementary school, living in New Jersey, they lived like behind us across the park. And I remember going to their house, and they had cow tongue.
Oh, my grandma.
House. Yeah.
Girl, in Indiana, my grandma Helen made us these sandwiches. I will never forget. I was little. And I mean, my bangs then were lopsided. I had to keep a bang. I ran in there. I was like, Grandma, this is the best sandwich I ever ate. I love it. She said, okay, baby, go in there and look in the refrigerator. I opened that refrigerator door, and she had a whole nother one. It was a big tongue with the taste buds on. I was mortified. I was mortified. She put it on a meat slicer and sliced it, and we had cow's tongue sandwiches.
Wow.
That's disgusting.
I'm trying not to be judgy.
I'm not eating that again. Don't worry, that won't be on my Thanksgiving
table. I can't think of anything. I remember growing up, the thing that I loved to have when I came home, or on Saturdays, my mom and my grandmother would go to the grocery store, and I loved to have a salami and cheese sandwich.
Bologna, cheese, and mayonnaise.
Salami and cheese with chocolate chip cookies. Growing up, that was my favorite.
Bologna, cheese, and mayonnaise. Bologna, cheese, and mayonnaise.
That was my favorite.
I mean, hey, you got to do what you got to do.
And my grandfather would go to the bakery and buy the bread from the bakery. And so it'd be the bread from the bakery, and they go to the butcher and get the salami and the cheese. And I couldn't wait for them to come home, and I'd have my little chocolate chip
cookies. What I didn't like for Thanksgiving, and a lot of people make these for Thanksgiving, I never had a Cornish hen.
Oh, I've had that. So my same friend who I first tasted sweet potato pie from, her mom would make Cornish hen, and she put the cornbread dressing in the hen. No, it was around it. It wasn't in it. It was around it.
Do people still eat those?
I don't know, but we got in so much trouble because we tore that Cornish hen, and I never had cornbread dressing before either. I was like, this is so good. Her mom was so mad at us because we ate so much of that food.
That's how we do my mom makes the dressing, cornbread dressing, but
so good.
I've never even had the desire to eat a Cornish hen.
I don't think I've had it since then. Well, maybe a couple of times.
But if you didn't, say if you didn't have like a whole lot of money to buy Thanksgiving,
Cornish hen would be great, right?
And if you could make Thanksgiving with 5 things, your whole Thanksgiving meal was 5 things, what would you make it with?
So I wouldn't do a whole turkey anyway. I would just do a turkey breast, or I would do fish. I would do salmon. I would put some jerk seasoning on it, and I would put it on the grill, or have someone put it on the grill. I would do that with some roasted vegetables. I would do something like that.
And what vegetables? So tell me your
the roasted
5
veggies.
Things
So roasted veggies, all of them. I like Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes, broccoli, roast all the vegetables. I love veggies with some good seasoning and olive oil.
And I would fake it till I make it, and I would buy the Banquet macaroni and cheese. Sorry.
Or Costco, they have good macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, or Costco's macaroni and cheese.
Their macaroni and cheese is
So
great.
my one would be macaroni and cheese. It would either be Banquet or Costco's. And just put it in the oven, and I doctor it up like I did it. It might not be in the same pot.
Oh, I've definitely done that with macaroni and cheese before.
I would totally doctor that up like I made it. Like girl, please. And then if my kids didn't like turkey, I would probably do a roasted chicken or something like that. I would try to make some type of dressing, and then I would do green beans. So that would just be,
your green beans are good.
That would be my Thanksgiving. If I didn't have a whole lot of money to do it. And if they wanted steak and that was something they don't eat all the time, then I would do steak.
Yeah. What the kids want. That's what I would do.
I would pick their favorite, meat and just pray on it and be thankful and act like I made the macaroni. And I didn't.
Saves time too.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of The Pickup Line.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch us.
And listen to us on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.